Regular viewers will know that I like ukuleles that go outside the normal traditional bounds, and this is one of those. Keep watching. Yeah, welcome back to GotAUkulele Review Day. This is your summary video review. If you see the link below this video, that will take you to the website where you'll get pictures, scores, a lot more detail. And my thank yous, as ever, running across the bottom of the screen. These are people who've donated tips to help keep the site running, because I don't take money from brands and stores like some ukulele reviewers do. They would not be reviews, they would just be product placement. And if you like what you see on the YouTube channel, why not help me out and hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified about new stuff that I put up as and when. I occasionally do these sort of midweek things that you might otherwise miss. Anyway, let's move on. I've looked at this brand before, and they certainly did something quite different with that one as well. I really liked it. The pricing was a bit off for the UK, but that seems to have been sorted out. Let's just get into it. This is the Romero Creations SM Signature Soprano. And it's very different in a lot of ways. That first one of those I looked at was called the Tiny Tenor, which was a tenor scale instrument but with a really diminutive body and short headstock, which allowed it to basically be a lot more portable to travel with, but it was still a tenor. I liked it. Romero Creations are the brainchild of Pepe Romero Jr. of the esteemed Romero family of classical guitarists. He builds really high-end stuff in America, but the Romero Creations are effectively replicas of those that he has made in Vietnam. But they're extremely well done, as you'll see on this one. So let's just get into the detail and what makes this different from a regular soprano. It certainly doesn't feel or look like a soprano. Okay, yeah, it's a double bout instrument made of all solid mahogany, but that shape, really big lower bout down here and really deep sides, is quite different. And it seems to me, whether it's an optical illusion, big sound hole and everything very much up at this end, meaning the bridge is high up and you've got a lot of real estate down here. That means big sound chamber, lots to vibrate, but it is soprano. A lot of people put their ukuleles up on their stores and say, well, and give you the measurement from the headstock to the body. That's pointless. That's not scale. Scale is saddle to nut, and this is about 13.5 inches, so it's soprano. It really doesn't feel like a soprano though, as I say. The bridge is made of ebony. That's really low profile and smooth, and as you can see, it's a through body style. Yeah, I really like that. It's fitted with the compensated top saddle. I think it's bone. They don't specify, but it looks like bone. Might be synthetic bone, of course. Decoration, simple but effective. Abalone sound hole ring, gloss finish, nothing else. And the gloss is extremely smooth, well done, not heavily done, no pooling around here. You know, it's just really nicely done. Inside, really tidy. Notched linings, a bit of glue mess down at this end. Notch linings, bracing here, and then braces vertically, and also back braces, which are vertical too, which you don't normally see. It's all right in there, and it's a pretty thin top, but it's solid wood, as I say. Up to the neck, this isn't specified, but I presume it's mahogany, like the rest of the instrument. This is a bit sort of sharp, and I don't find that very comfortable, but it is one piece, and it tapers off to a nice flattened profile here, which is good because it's 35mm wide. Now 35mm for a soprano is above average actually, 28 from G to A, so that's comfortable, rather like that. The fingerboard is made of ebony. Now if you look at the pictures on the website, it looks like it's dry, but I said I'd show in the video that it clearly isn't. What it was an extremely bright sunny day. And it was basically reflecting off because it's really nicely well oiled, almost shiny. So that's really good condition. Tapers off around the top of the sound hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to the body. Now that's unusual for a soprano, not unheard of. 14 to the body, 15, 16, 17 in total. So a 14 body joint, big lower bout. Position dots face out at 5, 7, 10 and 12. And you also get white dots on the side, rather like that Big Island one. They've glossed the side as well rather than hiding the fret ends. I don't know why, I don't like that. Then up to this headstock, which is the same little headstock they use on the Tiny Tenor. So it faced in ebony, with the Romero logo there in an inlay, and it keeps the size down here, which keeps the overall length of the instrument now. What I will say though here, I understand why they did it on the tiny tenor, but what I'll say here is I don't like the look of the proportions. It kind of, I don't know what it is. This is big, this is small, and it kind of jars with me. This is a very subjective thing. That jars with me. You might like it. I think it looks a bit odd with this body. It's otherwise very tidy up there. The tuners are unbranded, black gears, black wooden buttons. They're really smooth and work really well. And then another departure from the traditional with the Soprano is that this comes with their own string set on strings 1 to 3, but a low G from Labella. Low G on a Soprano I've never really got on with, and again this is really subjective. I'm not a huge fan of low G generally. I know loads of people are, and that's fine, but certainly not on a Soprano. But then it is a Soprano scale, but it really doesn't feel like a Soprano, so something's telling me it's not going to play like a Soprano either. So we'll have to get it tuned up and have a play. Let's just get into some of the other details. It comes, as I say, with those strings. It comes with a really good quality sort of semi-hard padded branded gig bag. That's really nice. And what else haven't I told you? Made in Vietnam, as I say. The price, £579. It's kind of sort of the price I was seeing on the tiny tenor, but it is actually comparable to the American, which are about $599, because this is solid wood and the tiny tenor wasn't completely solid, only a solid top. So $579, kind of like that Big Island price, but a much smaller scale instrument, but still very similar in the build quality, very similar on the finish. And yes, whilst I keep saying it's a Soprano scale, it really doesn't feel like one. It's light as well, 620 grams, although that's probably quite heavy for a Soprano, but I don't find it uncomfortable to play. Oh, there's that G, low G. Just doesn't feel right on a Soprano to me. Let's have a play. Volume. Yeah, okay. Tons of volume. And tons of sustain. You can feel it here, you can feel it here, you can feel it on this arm. It's really, really resonant. And you can immediately tell with that low G there's a lot more range to the sound. Doesn't sound like a Soprano. It doesn't sound like a Soprano. It sounds like a tenor. That's really weird. And it resonates like a big tenor as well. That's this big body, isn't it? That's sweet. Yeah, okay. It's clearly got a nice tone to it. It has got a nice tone to it. I've got to try and get that subjectivity out of my head because I don't like playing low G very much. But it has got a very nice tone to it. There's no arguing that. The build is great. The price is good. I think the looks are a bit weird myself, but that you might also disagree with me on. Yeah, I don't know whether it knows what it wants to be, and I don't really know what it's trying to be. It's just a musical instrument ultimately, and does it really matter? Of course it doesn't matter. It really doesn't feel like a soprano, but it equally doesn't play like a tenor, although it sounds more like a tenor. It's confusing, but it's clearly different. And as I said at the intro, I like different, and I can't argue with it for that. I like the build. I like a lot about it. I don't think I'd play one because I don't like the look of it, but that's where subjectivity comes in, isn't it? The Romero Creations solid wood SM signature model Soprano, all solid mahogany, made in Vietnam by Pepe Romero Jr.'s team. Gets a good score because I've got to try and take that subjectivity out and be a bit more objective about it. Let me know what you think. I've enjoyed this one. Thanks very much to Alex at Southern Ukulele Store. This is the last of a trio of instruments he's very kindly loaned to me to have a look at. I will be taking a break next weekend because it's been manic. I've been doing these every week for months. I need a break. But then I'm back, fully booked up now until November time. So busy as ever, but give me a week off. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Think about subscribing. Go very carefully this week and take care of yourselves. Hope to see you very soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.